Greetings, everybody, and welcome to Buzz Live. Y'all can applaud whoever's here. That's all good. Thank you. My name is Michael Hemphill. I'm the creator and host of the TV show Buzz that airs on PBS, where we feature the great work that nonprofit organizations do in our communities. And today, it is my honor to be a part of 5 different nonprofits here at the Habitat for Humanity of the New River Valley Restore, which is hosting the New River Valley TimeBank's twice-a-year repair cafe. It is an honor to be here. Thank you, guys.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Yeah,
We're so glad to be here.
I'm going to introduce these guys here in a minute. What is a time bank, you may ask? We're going to get to that, but a time bank is kind of like this modern-day twist of an old-fashioned concept. It's really neighbor helping neighbor, community helping community, where you offer up your unique talents and skills to others in the time bank, and in exchange, you receive from others some services that you may need. So, for instance, you have a downed tree in your yard. I have a chainsaw. I spend an hour chopping up that tree with my chainsaw. I then get to deposit an hour in the time bank, and in exchange, at some point, I could get an hour's worth of, say, computer services or a bourbon tasting or whatever else someone may have contributed to the time bank. So it's a really lovely concept. Why are we here at the Restore today? Well, another fabulous nonprofit, Habitat for Humanity of the New River Valley. Twice a year, the Time Bank coordinates a repair cafe here. So generous folks with exceptional skills come here to offer free repairs for small furniture, sewing, jewelry, small appliances, electronics, plus knife and tool sharpening. I already got my mower blade sharpened today. It was awesome. We are going to feature some of those folks today. Outside, there's also the New River Valley Master Gardeners. They're at work, and we will check in with them to learn how to pot a plant, as well as some other, I think, spring gardening tips. We have Hacksburg here, which is a spin-off of Blacksburg, which is where they are based in Blacksburg, Virginia. Hacksburg, they have a maker space. They do all sorts of electronic repairs. They're awesome. And we will also meet the forces behind the new tool lending library that will open here soon. Now, we are doing all of this from the Time Bank's public living room. Welcome to the public living room. We've got some fabulous musicians here. Y'all can keep on playing if you want. You're not going to bother us at all. They may prefer hearing you than what I'm saying over here. We've got Alistair, the
chill dog.
The chill dog.
The chill dog.
Alistair, the therapy dog. They're available for anyone just to come and chill out. We've got some food. We've got some beverages. It's a lovely space here. Why don't we start off with introducing you to my guests here. We have Lisa Garcia, longtime friend, who is with the New River Valley TimeBank. We also have Jim Drader, who is the executive director of the Habitat for Humanity of the New River Valley, gracious host here. We want to thank all of you who are here in person. We want to thank all of you who are tuning into our live stream on Facebook or YouTube, and for that you have my man Rob Orthwine to thank. You'll see Rob here in a second. Speaking of someone who is sharing his time and talents, Rob moved to Southwest Virginia about a year and a half ago from New York. Moved, another word for that may be escaped. He's a professional live stream producer extraordinaire for years, covering everything from like online gaming tournaments, NBA 2K, Call of Duty, all the way to the 2021 presidential inauguration. Not the 2025 presidential inauguration. 2021, he consults with LinkedIn and Google, and today he is here in Christiansburg at the Habitat for Humanity Restore. Rob, what do you make of all this?
Thank you, Michael. So this is just wonderful. I've been walking around a little bit. I've been learning a lot. There's a lot of cool things going on, and these are the Saturday mornings I was looking for. So I'm just so happy to be here and ready to learn more.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being here and allowing a whole lot of other people who perhaps aren't here in person see what all is happening here at the Habitat for Humanity Restore. Let's get started with my good friend Lisa Garcia. So, over our 28-year friendship, long time, we have shared many a conversation, but never from a public living room. What is this space about?
So the public living rooms are about having a space where people can come together and just be alongside each other Typically in nonprofit spaces, people are ready to fix somebody, but there's no fixing allowed in the public living room. It's one of the principles. We're just here to be alongside each other. We can disagree if we do that respectfully.
Yep.
We mix with people who are not like us, which is really great. And, it's okay to be a bit rubbish sometimes. The reason we say rubbish is our partners for Camarados are out of the United Kingdom, so we have a lot of British terms. They believe that anything problem can be solved with a cup of tea, and they're celebrating their 10-year anniversary this year.
What is camarados again? Where does that term come from?
A camarado is somebody that is halfway between a stranger and a friend.
Okay.
Very good.
Very nice. Well, I think there's some familiar faces for me here today, but some strangers as well. But I mean, when you're sitting around a space like this, listening to some good music, having conversations, you quickly move out of the stranger on the path
That's
to
right.
friendship.
Now they're camarados.
Lovely. Now, give us a little history about the TimeBank and how you got involved.
Yeah,
with it.
so the TimeBank was established in 2016. It was a response to a call for need for helping people age in place in the New River Valley. It was part of an idea that came out of the NRV Livability Initiative. Its parent organization is NRV Home.
Right.
So the idea is that people still might not be able to do some things in their home, but they still have other gifts that they could share. And in that way, they could pay for services using time and talent versus monetary. So no cash is ever exchanged inside the TimeBank.
How lovely. I mean, it really is like this kind of the barn raising of old.
Yeah.
you
Yes,
know, but
exactly.
with a modern day twist.
With a modern day twist, yeah.
Now, there's a lot happening here today, and Rob, I hope you'll maybe from time to time show some scenery from the store, because we've got various sites throughout the store where people are offering repair. You'll hear a especially noisy one in the back corner, and we'll visit them later, where they're sharpening blades. Anyway, Jim.
Yes.
So what inspired Habitat for Humanity to be part of the TimeBank?
I think just the community. You talked about barn raising, and you look at Habitat and the builds that we do. That requires a ton of volunteer effort, and maybe not be a TimeBank thing, but we need those volunteers, that community, to help us do what we do, whether it be a repair, whether it be a new build. And so this relationship goes back, I think, almost to the beginning, before my time. And with the tool lending library that's in our back warehouse, with these events that we do, one of the key things that, from a Habitat standpoint, is we don't like to fill the landfill up with product, right?
Yeah.
Which is what's inspiring about the Restore. We're recycling furniture, going to new homes, and then the Repair Cafe, from the standpoint of, we've become such a, and I hate to say it, a throwaway society, that, people don't fix things anymore. And some things are challenging, I get that, but what a great thing to have different pods here in the store to fix items that maybe most people would throw away.
Right.
But if we can fix them, we get more life out of them.
Love it. Well, and also whatever furniture you see, whatever furniture we are sitting right now, is furniture that has been donated to Habitat for Humanity. It's all available for sale.
Correct.
Hopefully,
I would sell it right now if someone came and
anyway, we're out of here.
yeah, no, we're out. You're out. Yeah.
But all 100% of the proceeds from those sales goes to support the mission of Habitat for Humanity.
Correct. It covers our operational costs so that we can dedicate any dollars that are donated from grants or individual or corporate donations or sponsorships goes right to our builds.
Nice.
Keying on our newer developments that are happening as we sit, and then we mentioned aging in place earlier, and that is becoming more and more of a thing.
Yep.
More requests come through our offices for those critical home repairs to keep people safe, warm, dry, and in their homes. And as we age, I know that we're still 18 in our minds, but we don't have the ability to do that work, or maybe our families moved out of town, and so we're trying to establish a support structure to make those repairs happen.
Nice.
at no charge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think 4 years ago, we had the privilege
Yes.
of Buzz
Yep.
to produce one of our TV show episodes about Habitat for Humanity of the New River Valley.
Right.
I'm going to play a couple of those clips later
cool.
on in today's show.
All right.
But since then, what has Habitat for Humanity been doing? Like, what are the things on the horizon where you want people to know about so that perhaps they could get involved with?
Sure. We've finished up, I think, way back when. It seems like so long ago, but it was just like yesterday, right? We've built 7 more townhomes in Floyd County and in the town of Floyd. We've got a new 11-unit townhouse project, 2 buildings on Airport Road. Those will be under construction here shortly.
In Blacksburg.
Yep. In Blacksburg. A 2-unit townhouse up in Harrisburg. It's an ICF build, so insulated concrete foundation. So it's all concrete, top to bottom. So very, very efficient.
Yep.
And unique. We look, again, through COVID with materials, and we're looking for unique ways to build efficient homes for new homeowners. And so we've been concentrating on those efforts, raising money for those. So always accepting donations. Sorry. Yeah.
Please, absolutely.
And then, I mentioned the repair part as far as increasing the efforts in each community, looking for community partners in Harrisburg and Pulaski and Floyd to come together, whether it be faith-based, to help neighbors. So it's neighbors helping neighbors, which fits perfectly into what we do here at the TimeBank. And I think that's important. It gives people a sense of community. We've had great call-out efforts here locally with Blue Ridge Church. We did a repair blitz, and we'll be doing some more of those. And, again, just looking for different opportunities of how we can serve as Habitat. I mean, people think of Habitat, they think of new construction, but there are so many other things going on. I think one of the things that we've been working on for the past couple years is an acronym of CARE, which from our standpoint is constructing homes, advocating for affordable homes, repairing homes, and educating. And so those are the 4 things that we've been doing a lot planning, strategic planning, if you will, of how to accomplish that. And we're getting ready to launch. I mentioned the Airport Road project, seeking homeowners. For that project, we've launched a new education program that hopefully, I think we have 25 families that are interested in those spots. But I'm really trying to establish a bench, if you will, of potential homeowners beyond Airport here in Blacksburg for other projects that we have coming down the pike. And so we've launched the effort to call out. There'll be some classroom training. There'll be some one-on-one counseling with HUD counselors, which provides some other opportunities for some down payment assistance. And I think the most unique thing of this new project is the preventive maintenance part. As we've received these repair requests that are coming in, and we have a chance to go look at these homes and what needs to be accomplished to keep them safe, warm, and dry, there are some problems, or the projects become greater because of lack of preventive maintenance. That small leak under your sink turns into a floor repair. Your gutters being full of material leads to a full roof repair. And so I'm trying to pair up these new future homeowners with responsibilities in our community with those who are aging in place. So we've worked with Community Action, Agency on Aging, and Disability Services to put together a list of individuals that are low to moderate income, aging in place, don't have family, don't have resources to be able to do this, and these new homeowners are going to have to do preventive maintenance. And very simple out of the gate to establish that relationship with this group, and hopefully they're learning some preventive maintenance skills that they're going to have when they become homeowners. But more importantly, I'm mitigating bigger problems with the preventive maintenance for those that are aging in place. And so we feel good about it.
Love it.
I think it's a good community outreach effort. And again, we're always looking for ways to partner and collaborate. One of the beautiful things about the new River Valley is collaboration and partnership amongst all agencies. There's no silo here in our community.
Well, it's obvious here.
Yeah,
today.
exactly. This
is a perfect example.
And this, I've had the opportunity to work in other geographic areas, and you don't see this type of collaboration. So, and that's just a testament to the good people here in Southwest Virginia.
It's a special place.
It really is.
And welcome, by the way, to our public living room. Yes, well, I think we're going to circle back around with you at the end of the show. But yeah, enjoy yourself. All right. Well, speaking of Habitat for Humanity, while we kind of get reset for our next little part of the show, I do want to share a clip from that Buzz episode with one particular homeowner that you were able to get into a house. It's a really special story, and I hope you enjoy watching.
My name is Crystal Hollins. I work at Virginia Tech in Mail Services. I'm from Blacksburg, and that's where I live now in my Habitat home. My living situation before Habitat, I had a trailer here in Blacksburg, and it was an older trailer. It needed a lot of repairs that I really could not do and couldn't afford. And I had 2 children. It was a 2-bedroom trailer, but I knew I was eventually going to need a bigger place. So I heard from a friend that had gotten a Habitat home, and I seen her house, and I was like, wow, this is a great program. And so she told me to go and apply, and I went and applied, and I started the application, and you have to have an interview. They come to your house, they look at your living conditions, and then they go back to the board, and they make they vote basically to see if you're eligible for the home. So, and I was eligible. They actually called me at work one day, and I got the phone call, and my friends at work thought something had happened because I started crying. So they were like, what's wrong, what's wrong? And I'm like, I got my house. So it was, I tear up now thinking about it, but it was a really happy day. So, sorry. Well, I would like for people to know, especially like a single mom, it's hard. It's very hard to try to have a nice place for your children to live and to work and provide for your children. And it's not a hand out, it's a hand up is what Habitat is. I have seen so many changes in me, my children, since we've gotten a home. It's really put a lot more pride in us. I stand a little taller because of it. I'm very proud of myself. And I don't normally say that, but I'm very proud of myself.
Okay, and we are back here at the Habitat for Humanity Restore with the new River Valley TimeBank, and I just feel like we had to give a little more airtime with Alistair, working hard, working out here in the public living room. All right, so now we're going to take a mobile tour, our first ever mobile tour for a Buzz Live event. We're going to go check out some of the many different stations that are set up here where people are getting some free advice on home repair, gardening, or whatnot. And so Lisa with the TimeBank, take us away. Where are we going first?
We're going to go out to visit the master gardeners.
All right. And here we are with the master gardeners.
So every time we have the Repair Cafe, the master gardeners come and they help plant parents with questions they have about their plants, gardens.
So we provide the soil information for soil kits, and we also host rain barrel workshops for all the people who are interested in collecting rainwater and garden. And we also provide the garden charts for anybody.
Hang on one second. My bad. I'm going to have you start that over again because I didn't have audio on you. So
I'm sorry, that's my fault.
That's all right. All good.
It's my first time as a sound engineer.
As a master gardener, we provide information about nature plants. We also provide information about any seedlings or any plants or any house plants, anybody having any trouble with it. We also offer free seeds for anybody who is interested in growing their own food. And we provide the rain barrel and everything if anybody is interested in harvesting rainwater and gardening with this rainwater. And right now we are hosting.
They are a very small garden.
Yeah. On May 22nd from 5:30 to 7, we are hosting a rain barrel workshop. Following next Saturday, May 10th, we are doing a Montgomery County Extension Office plant sale. We have some native plants, we have tomato seedlings, we have wide variety of it. We also offer anybody who is interested in the native plants, we are offering the brochure. It will give you a variety which we are not aware of. And we also do the soil test at Virginia Tech that is helpful. And if you guys are interested in any seedlings or anything, just reach us out. And we do have a visiting card. You guys can contact us through email. It's all free service for the community.
How lovely. So, and obviously you would also come out to my home and do all these plantings and maintain them throughout the year?
We're not landscapers.
Yeah, we can educate you how to do that.
Yeah. Well, the other thing that there's a garden walk, the Friends of this year. I think the gardens are highlighted in Blacksburg, and I believe you can buy the tickets for this at your local library. Beginning June 1st.
Okay, and that event is July 12th?
12th, yes.
Okay,
and the
lovely.
Master Gardeners help provide education during these events during the time that it's available.
If anybody is interested in becoming a master gardener, just reach us out. Every information is in our website, and you can reach out in the county extension office. I'm sorry. There you go.
Well, explain what a master gardener is and does. Like, how does one become a master gardener?
So we are interested in gardening, but we don't know where to start and how to work on the plants, and we don't know what are our native plants. And it also teaches about your soil. Hey, why is some of my plants are not growing? It's because of the soil acidity or maybe lack of nitrogen and stuff. We learn about that, how to identify them. And also we talk about turf. Hey, I'm not interested in plants, but however, I'm a lawn guy. There are few spots. Why is it not growing? We also talk about that. We attend Virginia Tech. They teach us which are extinct flies and which flies are not. Like thing that we want. If anybody identifies, please reach us out. This is invasive right now, so we do not want them. So we educate everybody what is native and what is getting extinct around Virginia, and all the fun stuff with the plants.
The program, the Master Gardener program, is held once a year, and it is, I think, about 60 hours.
Yes.
And this year they did it in the afternoon, so they would get younger people to be able to come in and take the class. After you're done with the class, after you pass the test, of course there's always a catch to every. The whole point of the Master Gardener is to provide volunteer services to this area. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
And anyway, so after you're done with your program, you have to do 50 hours.
Okay.
And then after you're done with that, you become a certified Master Gardener.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, thank y'all so much. I will be back later because I want to talk seeds. I want to talk potting, some rain barrels, all those things. So thank you so much.
Bigger rain barrels.
Thank y'all. All right. Next up, Lisa, where are we going?
We're going to go outside on the front porch here at Habitat to visit our furniture repair station.
All right. We got some furniture repair happening.
Vanessa, this is her first time at the repair cafe. Is that right?
This is my second time.
Oh, second time.
The first time I did tool sharpening.
Oh, very good.
Yes.
So, Vanessa, what is happening here?
We are fixing a chair that somebody brought us. This entire back was off. And so we've sanded down these things and glued it, and now we're sticking a screw in to make sure that it stays.
Okay. Now, how did you get involved with woodworking, carpentry?
Well, I just retired from Virginia Tech and decided I would rather be doing stuff than sitting behind a computer. So now I work for a contractor.
Oh.
And so.
What was your background at Virginia Tech?
I worked in the research division, pushing electronic papers around for researchers.
So quite different.
Quite different, and I'm having much more fun.
Lovely. All right, so what types of projects have you all done today already?
We have fixed, down behind me is a, hold on one second.
Yeah, sure.
This is an antique sewing machine cover that we put back together. split down the middle here, and the box was completely apart, so we arranged today.
Lovely.
And this is, I think, our second or third chair.
Okay. Very nice. Well, thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
All right, we're going to move on. David, do you want to say hi or anything? You just say hi to the camera.
Oh, hello.
All right.
Well, thank y'all so much for your time and doing this today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Okay.
Hi. I'm just sharing good news. Pizza's here.
Okay. All right, here we go.
All right, we're going to go back inside.
All right.
And we will hit small appliance repair and electronics.
Okay.
But we might stop here at Sign
hello.
In. John Muffo and Jennifer Beeson are here today helping us sign people in. We have a whole process. So,
Hard job.
yeah.
That looks very difficult. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to do a quick little check. Rob, how we doing over there? All good so far? All right, here we go.
All right, so we're going to go over here to small appliance and electronics repair.
Yes.
And this is a partnership with Hacksburg.
Hacksburg. Okay. Hacksburg, which sounds similar to Blacksburg, which
It
is where
does.
they are based.
Yes, and I'm going to move behind here so I can be a good sound engineer.
Excellent, thank
and provide
you.
Max the microphone, and you're going to need to hold it up near
right.
to your mouth, as you know.
All right, so Max, introduce yourself.
Nonprofit community makerspace that's in Blacksburg, Virginia. Here we are at the Repair Cafe doing small appliance repair. So we've got a toaster right here that I've got pulled apart that we are working on the power switch.
All right.
Power switches are a common item we get at these repair cafes, and surprisingly, compared to some other items you see today, power switches can be repaired. The actual switch itself, you don't have to throw out the switch and get a new one. So often you can pull them apart, take the contacts inside, and you can clean them. So we've done that many times over the years at these repair cafes.
Okay.
And that's what I'm working on right now.
Very nice. What other projects have you done today?
Today we've done a couple of lamp repairs. We had a very interesting three-way lamp that came in that Claude Seward, another Hacksburg member here, worked on. We've had a toaster with a small fire in it that I'm not sure what can be done about that toaster. We had a laptop come in that we started to look at the potential for upgrading that laptop, what can be done with typing software on that laptop as well to get the individual who owned it. And
Well, tell me about Hacksburg.
So Hacksburg, so the organization I'm part of that's helping here out with TimeBank is Hacksburg. It's a nonprofit community makerspace. So you can think of it like a 24-hour gym, but instead of a treadmill and a stair stepper, it's a table saw, and it's CNC machines and metalworking equipment, laser cutter and electronic stuff,
3D printer.
3D printers.
That sounds a whole lot more fun than a 24-hour gym.
Yeah, for the kind of people who are here, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
So the way it works is you get a membership, and then once you've got it, you've got 24/7 access to all the equipment within the space. And then we run classes and get them excited about making things.
Nice.
And the community can come to classes as well. You don't have to be a member. And then every Tuesday evening, we have open meetings where if you've got a quick project that can get done then, you don't even have to get a membership. You can work on it at that open Tuesday meeting.
And how much does the membership cost?
Membership is $50 a month. It's
Okay.
cheaper if you're a student, and it's cheaper if you buy more months at a time.
Gotcha. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here and donating your time to help people with electronic repairs.
No problem. I love this event. This is always fun.
Thanks,
right.
Max.
All right, Lisa, where to next?
All right, so again, repair this effort for years and years and always get really interesting projects. So we're going to move from here to our sewing and mending station.
Okay.
Also has jewelry repair going on there as well.
Jewelry repair, sewing. Okay.
Jewelry repair, sewing, wizards and wizardesses and all sorts of amazing people.
All right, and Keep in mind, folks, as we're walking in, all this furniture that you see here, everything here is available for sale. Hopefully we'll still have the public living room furniture when we get back to it. But 100% of proceeds goes to support the mission of Habitat for Humanity of the New River Valley. And here we are now at the sewing jewelry repair.
Yeah, so you can see we have a number of projects going on. Judy here is one of our been with the TimeBank for a number of years, and
6 years.
6 years, and serves on our advisory committee as well. Judy, is there anything you want to say to our viewers about why you got involved with the TimeBank?
It's a joint effort, or a community effort, and we always have different people, but it's fun. It's actually fun.
What are you doing right now?
We're in curtain country here.
Okay.
We have 5 different sets of curtains that we've had to shorten, and we're starting on a 5th one.
That's a lot of work.
Somebody brought these in?
All at the same time.
All at the same time, and so you're doing this at no cost?
Yes.
Wow. All right. What else is happening here?
Let's see if Tracy. I don't see Tracy, but Tracy does. Oh, there's Tracy.
Oh.
Tracy does jewelry repair as well as
Jocelyn's been doing it this year.
Oh, and Jocelyn's been doing that as well. So we
Okay.
He's
have
had some great pieces.
2 pieces.
Can we take a look?
Yeah. What kind of jewelry repairs have you been doing?
We worked on some bracelets, some necklaces. Sometimes the repair is just removing stuff from the necklace.
And is this your first time at the Repair Cafe?
This is my second time.
Your second time.
Okay.
So how did you get involved?
Somebody sent me an email saying we could volunteer. So
Can we show the folks online your patch on your knee?
So yes, I do visible mending. And so the idea behind visible mending is that it shows, the mend shows. So underneath here is a bad paint stain, big black paint stain. And so to repair it, we want it to show. And this is a sashiko or boro stitching. It's just straight lines of stitching over it. The patch came from one of our quilters, donated.
And you're teaching a class on this
Yeah,
Thursday?
Thursday at the Blacksburg Library.
At the Blacksburg Library.
Now, can we see some of the jewelry while we're over here?
Actually,
It might have gone back to the owners.
It's gone.
already repaired.
Gotcha. Excellent. Wow, y'all are that good. Okay.
All right.
All right. And we also have who else here could we chat with?
So
Are
we have
those all of our willing volunteers?
Emma and Carol.
Okay.
Let's go talk to Emma and Carol.
All right. Here we go.
And I need someone to keep me on track, right? So that was like kind of where I was like, and
So Emma,
she came out.
can you share a little with our viewers about how you got involved with the TimeBank and why you're here today, volunteering your time?
So today I'm working on curtains and needed fixed so that it's the right length, and that happens sometimes. I've been involved in the TimeBank since 2017, and I've been on the advisory group since 2018. And I got involved because when I first heard about it, I thought that sounds like a fabulous way for people to share their skills and their time without any money being involved. And it's worked out to be a really positive thing for the community. I think we grow every year, and we're excited to see what the future holds as we move ahead.
Why do you do this? Why do you donate your time?
Why do I donate my time? Because it's fun among us who are sewing or whatever we're doing. I enjoy doing photography, and so it's a good outlet for that. The public living rooms are really cool. I hope anybody who hasn't been involved in that in the past will check that out because it's a meaningful way for people to connect. So yeah, it's just an opportunity to give back, and it feels great.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and I want to shine a light here on Carol Davis, who is the sustainability manager. Is that the correct title for the town of Blacksburg?
Yes, ma'am.
Time banker, a volunteer. Sustainable Blacksburg is here as well. She helps out with that. Committee. I don't know. Can I say more? Can you say more? How did you get involved, and why are you here, and what do you think about the time bank and all the things?
Yeah, so I've been involved with the Time Bank since before the Time Bank was a thing. It originally emerged from a sub-project. We were looking at some strategies to improve aging in place and aging in community, and we saw a need for folks as they were aging. Some of them were having trouble doing, maybe maintenance around their home and yard, and it was originally an aging in place strategy. But we thought this model works for everyone. It's not just for folks who maybe need a little extra help because they're older, right? It's everyone. Project off the ground. What else do you want to know from me?
So one of the things that we've noticed is that folks will start doing time bank exchanges, and then we don't see them in the software anymore, but they make friends. And I know that you've met some people that became good friends through the time bank.
Yeah.
So those people kind of have your back, but they're not necessarily doing time bank exchanges anymore. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I have a specific example. And I was just telling someone the story. I have a shed that's always in various degrees of disarray, like everyone's shed, and it was a mess. And several times I had tried to clean it up, and I would start and get discouraged and just I need help cleaning out my shed, not because I need help cleaning out my shed, because I need someone to keep me on task and not walk away with discouragement. So somebody from Floyd, named Nikki, an artist in Floyd, said, I'll do that, I'll come but keep you on task. At the end of 3 hours of cleaning out my shed, we were fast friends. We have since then done many projects together. We continue to collaborate on public art projects now for the town of Blacksburg, and she's a dear friend to me now, and I know I can call her and saying, I have an art idea. What do you think? Let's go. And it's fully outside of the time bank at this point. So yeah, building relationships that last years.
That is wonderful. Thank you so much for donating your time here.
I'm going to move on to a really sharp area. Hold on.
Oh, look at you. Look at you.
Look at me. Look at me.
Really sharp area.
So stay sharp. All right, this last station back here.
Last station, hello.
All right, we're coming to the power couple.
Are you the ones making all the noise back here the whole time?
Josh and Kelly Wimmer.
Okay.
Husband and wife team, sharpen a variety of items. I think, Michael, you had something sharp.
I had a mower blade, yes, and it looks like it's going to work spectacularly. I look forward to Josh coming over and actually mowing my yard with this new blade. That'll be nice.
Right, so I'm going to move this to. I'm going to hand this to you, or I'm going to hold it, so that Michael had some questions for you.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, just first of all, how did you get into the space here?
He stuck me back here. That's really what it was.
No, but how did you become an expert blade sharpener?
Again, I'm not sure I would say expert, but just no one else would do it. So
yeah, but you got the equipment.
Yeah, I mean it's grinder.
Back. Okay, good. All right, go for it.
All right, so Josh, how did you get involved in the time bank?
She told me to come to a meeting.
I had seen something. Wait, I'm going to have to. Hold on.
Hold up.
That's okay. No, you're fine. Hold on.
I had seen something about the Repair Cafe online once and thought it was a great idea, and I came here to talk to some people about it, and that's how we started, and then I made him do it. So.
How nice.
And we've been doing it ever since. It's a lot of fun.
How many years is that, do you think? Is it?
It was before COVID. I think maybe we started in
every spring and every fall.
Oh yeah, absolutely. A lot of fun.
On behalf of my mower, thank you so much. All right, can we see you in action here?
Oh yeah.
You have some wild instrument here that you're about to sharpen.
This guy brings it in every other year.
Hey, hang on 1 second.
Did you say this guy what?
This guy brings it in about every other year.
Okay.
It's a scythe.
A scythe. Now, I certainly have seen these like in movies, old movies.
Right,
I didn't
right.
know that they were still in use.
Yeah, well, they used to be for reaping your soul, the Grim Reaper, but now
Yes.
it's also for grain.
That's cute. All right, can we see you in action here? The microphone.
Okay.
Nice. Filing away at
Yeah, a set of loppers.
loppers. A little less of a lethal instrument out there.
I guess so.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
A little bit.
All right. Well, thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
For
Thank you.
keeping us all sharp here. All right. All right. Thank y'all.
Never a dull moment.
Never a dull moment. I love it. Very nice. All right, and we're going to make our way now back to the public living room.
That's right.
Right,
We can
so-
talk about another program that we have inside the TimeBank.
Indeed. But before we do that, we've got one more clip that we want to share while we get
good.
reset. One more clip from our Buzz episode starring Habitat for Humanity.
My name's Heinrich Curtis, and I'm originally from New Jersey. My family moved around a lot when I was growing up as they were chasing work. And then after that, I joined the Army and I moved around a bunch more. When I got out of the service, I decided that I wanted to get my degree. And I saw Virginia Tech as the best school, so I moved to Blacksburg. So before we moved into our Habitat house, we lived in a series of apartments. I lived separate from my family after I got out of the service for a little bit, but all the members of my family lived in different apartments. And you always had to deal with the uncertainty of rising rents every year, with conditions with like issues with your landlord, things like that. And it was never very stable. And one of the issues that I had was when I was living apart from my mom. She's older, she's like handicapped now, and I was afraid that she wouldn't have a stable living situation. I was very concerned about her moving from apartment to apartment every year.
These houses are 30% more efficient, so that the people living in them won't have to pay quite as much for the utility bills, which of course is important when you're doing low-income housing. We try to make everything as efficient as possible. The walls have a higher insulation rating than is required. These houses are a little tighter than they need to be. The HVAC systems are a little more efficient than is required by code. So basically what we're saying is we're gonna keep these things a little more robust, a little bit more energy efficient, because we understand that affordable housing needs to remain affordable for years, and we don't want them to turn into something somebody wouldn't want to live in.
When I was in college, I decided that I wanted to do some stuff that was more hands-on. A lot of the work that I did in college is very theoretical, and I'm a more practical hands-on guy. So I decided doing some volunteer work for Habitat would be interesting. And I looked up and I found that there was one right here in the New River Valley. I was involved in a lot of the framing. So during the construction of these homes, we had the whole COVID pandemic lockdown thing happened. So there was a period of time when no one was allowed to volunteer on the site. But before that, I helped a lot with the carpentry to put the framing of all the houses together. I helped with a lot of the roofing. I roofed all of the porches that are in the back for the units that have porches. I put a lot of the flooring together, the floor trusses, and a lot of the carpentry, things like that. A lot of firewall between the units.
Right, and we are back here at the public living room with the New River Valley TimeBank here at the Habitat for Humanity of the New River Valley Restore, and you recognized a familiar face there.
I did, yeah. Dan Crowder was our first staff person at the
Okay.
New River Valley TimeBank. He got a lot of the people involved here. He also is one of the instructors in the next program we're going to discuss, which is our home maintenance and repair course that we collaborate with Virginia Tech's Lifelong Learning Institute to create.
Okay, and that's
Jeremy.
who this guy
That's
is.
who this guy is, yes.
Hello, how y'all doing?
Yeah.
All right, so Jeremy.
Jeremy is our lead instructor. This man, I keep telling him before I go to introduce you to somebody, it's like I said, heart this big, just huge heart. So we said, hey, we've got this idea to do a course. He said, I'd love to do that. And we couldn't get a space that was a maker space or a workshop. So Jeremy created on wheels things to bring into the Corporate Research Center in Blacksburg to teach.
Nice. Nice. All right, Jeremy, introduce yourself and kind of all the things that relate to you being part of this work.
All right, my name is Jeremy Glenn, and I live in Blacksburg, Virginia, and I'm an electrician by trade. Currently a handyman. As I was out in the field doing electrical work for most of my career, I kept coming across people that had other issues. So in a way to open and expand my business, I decided to start doing handyman and not just focus on the electrical solely, which has led me to meet tons of people in the community, and that's where I was put in touch with Lisa. And I've always had a dream of being able to do a class or a program like this, so it just fit perfectly. It was definitely a blessing.
Nice, nice. Keep that mic all the way up. We won't
All
capture
right.
every word that you got to say
right.
here. Okay.
Gotcha.
All right, so what is happening here now? Explain more about his work with the
Yeah.
TimeBank.
So we had requests for a number of years from the Virginia Tech Lifelong Learning Institute to have a home maintenance and repair course. Eventually, we got that pulled together thanks to Jeremy and some others. And last fall, we launched our first course, and it sold out in 10 minutes, and it had a waiting list. And they said, can you add more people? And I was like, no.
Yeah, right.
No. But it was really successful. And just to give another example of how the TimeBank works, I put a request in the TimeBank to have people come beta test, do a little dry run with Jeremy teaching, and offer him feedback before he had to go live in the course. And one of those people, TimeBankers that's here sewing, was one of the people that came and did that. And that really, I think, helped get us ready to launch the course.
Yeah, it helped a lot.
It helped a lot. And so that's a way we help each other to be able to bring these kinds of services to the community.
Yeah, and share us, like, what were some of the skills that you were teaching at this first ever class?
Just basic home maintenance repairs, such as, toilet repair, that running toilet in the middle of the night, how to address that.
That is not basic in my world.
Yeah.
That is at least 3
it's
trips
easier
to...
than you think, and that's the point of the class, is to be able to share my knowledge and maybe give people the confidence that they can repair things in their home. And that's rewarding, just to watch someone learn. You're able to share these skills, and then they're able to put them to use. And they call you and they're like, wow, I just fixed my toilet, and that means the world to me.
Right.
You had somebody do that, right?
I
Somebody
did, literally, yes.
All right, so toilet repair, some other things.
Oh, how to fix what AC filter do you need in your particular unit? Not only repairs but maintenance and preventative maintenance, because your house is your number one investment, and that's huge. And I want people to be able to take care of it themselves without always having to call someone.
All right, so while we've got you here, right, what is the number one issue that you want people tuning in to know how to fix? Or can you teach somebody here how to do one particular thing that's a common household repair?
I would say one of the number one common things is a toilet running. And one of the easiest things to do is, if your toilet's running, jiggle the handle. If that doesn't work, you can take the lid off the toilet, look in the back, and make sure that everything's working properly. Nothing's hung up, nothing's broken, and you go from there. It's easier than you think.
So you don't need to go and immediately buy a new toilet?
No, definitely not.
Okay,
Definitely not.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for being
Thank
here
you
and
so
all
much.
that you're doing. This
I
is awesome.
appreciate it.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you.
Okay, and the last little piece that we wanted to talk about today is the lending library.
Right.
There's somebody that we wanted to talk to about this, so how about while we're doing that?
I'm going to go get
Can you go get Vanessa? That would be great. Thank you.
And maybe while he's gone getting Vanessa, we can chat about what's the history of this lending library.
Oh, it's a long history. So actually, somebody we already talked to here today, Judy, unfortunately her husband passed away, and they had a lot of tools at her house. as part of his estate, and so she wanted them to live on
Yeah.
and have a legacy. So she donated them to the Time Bank.
Okay.
And that has been the foundation of a tool lending library. So we've been organizing that for a number of years. We've had support from a number of donors, including the Community Foundation of the New River Valley,
Yes.
of which we both are familiar with.
That's
And-
right. We were
and
on the board 15 to 20
yeah,
years
I was
ago.
a staff
and you were
member,
staff member
for
yep.
8 years. So we're really grateful for that. And that kind of community support continues today from a number of organizations and individuals, including Sustainable Blacksburg.
Yes.
Most recently, that we'll talk to them in just a minute.
Yes.
Who,
We're getting there, I promise.
we're getting there. We'll have a little bit of news about that.
Yeah.
Also in collaboration with Habitat for Humanity, they're housing the space for the tool lending library. So
Okay.
what a tool library is like a book library,
Yeah.
right? So I'll stop there because we're going to have Vanessa
Come on over.
and Debbie come in and talk more about it.
We'll make room here. Both of y'all grab a seat. You can share that microphone. We got to get close here. Rob, everybody in the frame here. Awesome. Thank you.
Just make sure you hold it up.
Yeah. Keep it nice and close. They're excellent. All right. So
go ahead and introduce
yeah, if
yourselves.
you would introduce yourselves and how you got involved with this space.
I am Vanessa Ogens, and this is my wife, Debbie Geiger. And we, sometime during the pandemic, heard about tool lending libraries and
Yeah.
decided it would be a great thing to have around here.
Right.
So we contacted the Charlottesville Library, and they said there's already one in the New River Valley. They were working on one, so
Okay.
that's when we got hooked up with Lisa and Ellen.
Lovely.
Yeah.
All right. So how does it work?
Well, we have an inventory of tools that we have a electronic database for, and it's called My Turn, and all of our inventory is uploaded on there, and so folks, once we get up and going, folks will be able to create a membership online and see what tools we have available to lend, and right now we're hoping for tools and eventually maybe even more, sporting equipment or baking pans or, a library of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is so important because, occasionally dabbling in something that needs repair, there's like the one tool that you need, but you may only need it like once at all, once a year, something like that, and having to go and spend, $100, $200, $500 in some cases for that one particular thing when you could just come here and check it out. That's awesome.
Yeah, when we were looking into this, we found a statistic that the average home drill only gets used for 14 minutes of its entire life.
Wow.
And so why does everybody need one?
Right, yes.
You can just borrow it for, your 1 minute that you're going to use it. So
That is lovely.
Yeah.
All right, so how many tools do you have currently as part of the library, and how can people connect with you if they have some that they want to donate?
We have close to 100 tools right now that have been inventoried into the My Turn site.
Okay.
We're in the process of trying to work with some other folks in the community to do some donation drives where folks that have tools that they're not using, that they can volunteer to donate them to the space. What's the best way to
Yeah, so they can get in touch with the New River Valley TimeBank. Our email address and everything is on our website. You can message us on Facebook. But just send us an email, message us anyway, get in touch with any of the people you saw today, and let us know if there's something that you want to donate or if you want to be involved in some way. We're planning to open the tool lending library this summer, and when we do that, we're going to have opportunities to do workshops and that kind of thing.
All right. David. You're blocking our camera.
Stand back.
All good. Thank you. Hey.
I've got to go to Eagle Scouts.
Okay.
One second. To that end, we have two more guests here with us today.
Yes,
All right.
absolutely.
So if we could, thank y'all so much.
Thank you,
And
Vanessa and
y'all
Debbie.
can hang out here if you want. Just slide on down the couch.
Okay.
And we're going to make way for Sustainable Blacksburg. And again, feel free to share that microphone, but just kind of keep it close. And if y'all would start off by introducing yourselves and why are you here today?
Okay. Hi, I'm Ann Raridan. I'm the president of Sustainable Blacksburg. I'm Brenda Springer. I'm the treasurer of Sustainable Blacksburg.
Lovely. And what is Sustainable Blacksburg?
We're a nonprofit community organization dedicated to environmental stewardship.
Okay.
And several years ago, we started a small grant program. So we give 4 grants a year, twice a year, $500 each, and we awarded one to the TimeBank this
wonderful.
spring to help them start the tool lending library.
Okay, so there's the $500 grant. I see something in your hand.
Yes, this is the exciting part.
Yes.
I have my hands over here going, can I just?
So yes, your grant application was one of our winners for the spring, and to support the publicity of the opening of the tool lending library.
Thank
we
you
are
so much.
happy to provide you with $500.
Thank you. We're so excited. Thank you so much, because this is really helpful, and it's more important to us to actually have this kind of endorsement from Sustainable Blacksburg. The money's great, don't get me wrong, but to have a shout out from an organization that's done so much in this space is it's really gratifying. So thank you so much. Thank you to everybody at Sustainable Blacksburg.
Absolutely. And it is such a sustainable idea that rather than having people all buy their own drill for their 14 minutes, if we can buy one drill and have everybody share it, it's better for the world.
That's right.
Yeah, and I should note for all of our viewers out there, I'm going to give a shout out to Ellen Stewart, our executive director, has been with the TimeBank since the beginning. She did the grant application. I did not. I had nothing to do with this. But Ellen couldn't be with us today, but she sends her best to everybody. She has been the champion of the TimeBank and the repair cafes in particular for almost 10 years. Next year's our 10-year anniversary.
Lovely. Well, I can think of no better way to end our time together. Time together than that beautiful presentation. Thank you so much, Sustainable Blacksburg. Thank you, everyone, for being here in person, for tuning in to our live stream. To find out more about the new River Valley TimeBank, where would they go?
Oh my goodness.
That'd be it.
NRV TimeBanks with an S.org.
NRVTimeBanks.org.
Or you can find us on Facebook or Meta.
Lovely. Thank you all so much for tuning in to watch Buzz Live today, and we'll be back here actually tomorrow when we're in Franklin County for the Franklin County NAACP Raising the Shade Forum. We look forward to seeing you then. Meanwhile, continue being a buzz for good in your community. Bye now.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.